morning, Spartans. Welcome to Fast Forward. Today is November 3rd. The time is 8:25 a.m. Today happens to be National Sandwich Day. Did you know the average American consumes 1,500 PBJs before they graduate high school? That is a lot. On that note, let's roll the headlines. 15-minute rapid coronavirus tests are now available for free at Tropicana Field. Pinellas County still recommends people get a PCR test, which takes longer to return results, but is considered more reliable by experts. Today is Election Day in America. Ballots will be casted for president, members of Congress, and in-state as well as local races. This year, a lot of polling locations have relocated, so make sure to check your location before heading out. This will be one of the biggest elections in history. Dr. Jill Biden will make an Election Day trip, that's today, to St. Petersburg and Tampa. The former Second Lady will spend the morning in Florida as campaigns fight for the state's 29 electoral college votes. Just last week, 300 electrical scooters were placed around downtown St. Petersburg area. These scooters go 15 miles per hour and cost $1 to start and then 33 to 37 cents a minute to ride. The only difference with the St. Petersburg rules is that you must dock them at one of the locking points. You can find these locations in the app. If you do not dock at a locking point, you will be billed by the minute. And in some science news, Jupiter may be the first planet besides Earth known to host atmospheric light shows called spirits or elves. Sprites and elves are two kinds of atmospheric glows that form when lightning alters the electromagnetic environment in the atmosphere above a storm. The Juno spacecraft was launched by NASA, and its mission is to go to Jupiter. When Juno is closer to it, we'll know more about what's lighting up Jupiter's atmosphere, and hopefully find some more interesting news. Sadly, that's all the time we have for your headline news. Let's toss it over to Rob for the global news.
Thanks, Jackson. Good morning. I'm Rob, and let's go global. Turkish rescuers had to pull a girl from rubble 4 days after the earthquake rocked the area on Friday. The 3-year-old girl was trapped inside the rubble for 91 hours. Her rescue came a day after another 3-year-old girl and a 14-year-old girl were also pulled out alive from the collapsed buildings. And in Thailand, the king said, "Land of compromise," as he greets supporters. Unprecedented comments follow months of protests calling for Prime Minister's resignation and reforms of monarchy. And in Central America, Hurricane Ida is making landfall in Nicaragua at this hour. It is a slow-moving storm with winds of 130 miles per hour, and estimated time of arrival is forecasted to bring the storm surges of 12 to 18 feet above normal tide and rainfall up to 35 inches. A Dutch metro train derailed Sunday near Rotterdam, but was saved from plummeting 30 feet by a large whale tail sculpture. The best part, the sculpture was called Saved by the Whale. What a fluke. Before we hear from Joss, let's take a break. Here's a PSA created by our own CatCom family.
Hey everybody, in case you haven't heard, the apocalypse is upon us, and I think it's safe to say we're all pretty sick of it. Lucky for us, there's one simple and easy solution for doing our part in slowing and stopping the spread of COVID-19. Here, we can see a total lowlife, no friends, no fun, and worst of all, he's a threat to public safety. This guy here has no mask on, and as a result, it's a threat to anyone and anything around him. With such a blatant lack of respect for the health of his peers, this guy is no good. On the contrast, this fella has his mask on. By demonstrating such integrity and responsibility, he's as cool as it gets. In doing his part, he could potentially be saving lives. Truly an upstanding citizen. Here in Florida, it's absolutely essential we wear our masks when going out, especially considering our high population of elderly who are at greater risk for the virus. Everyone's health is at risk and we need to take caution. So remember, if you're going out or coming into contact with people outside your family, wear a mask. We can only get through all of this if we work together.
Welcome back. I'm Josh, here to give you all the Lakewood news. For $5, you can decorate a stepping stone that will be used in the ODC. Anyone is welcome to participate. You can work on it in the AMSET room, or Miss Shalas can have a student bring the stone to you. Take it home, whatever you like. Bring it back when you're done so we can add it to our path. Contrary to Lakewood's website, today's report cards will be posted into Focus so you can see your final grades for the first quarter. The senior picture deadline is before winter break and all the details are on the screen. And underclass picture days will be held on November 11th and 12th during your English class. Make sure you sign up to take our ASVAB exam using the link on the school website. The exam will be on November 18th at 8 a.m. here at Lakewood. If you're struggling with any classes, Monday to Thursday, tutoring continues in room B102, and the rest of the details are behind me. Next is the new and improved Preston with your Lakewood Club news.
Thanks, Josh. Today, the NHS meeting is having a meeting during lunch. It's a new month for the NHS, so 2 new hours of ELP will be required. FBLA had a meeting yesterday and discussed competition deadlines for December 11th. Chapter dues were also discussed, with it being reduced to $20 this year. If you have any questions about anything, talk to Mr. Snell, Mr. Board. You can also see Presidents Ryan Smith and Chase Royal. Over the weekend, USF had made a hard decision and decided to extend their guaranteed acceptance application deadline to January 1st, 2020. Lakewood is one of the few schools selected in our district that were given this opportunity. Next, Robert with all your Spartan Sport updates.
Hello, I'm Robert Shedden, and I have all the scoop on all the local and Spartan sports. It's a slow week in Spartan sports, but today we're going to start out with the Bucks. The Bucks game last night was a nail-biter. Last night, with both teams with a 25-23 win for the Buccaneers. The game seemed destined for OT after a 2-point attempt to tie up the game seemed to get called for pass interference against the Bucks, but the penalty flag was picked up and the Bucks came away with a controversial win in which they improved to 6-2, while the Giants sit at 1-7. Last night, the soccer team had the first game of the year in a 2-0 loss to Northeast. Goals came off the feet of Riley Penny and Daniel Feely. The Spartans were without striker Gavin Swartzwelder and had a very limited bench throughout the game. This was a tough loss to swallow, even though it was preseason, but the Spartans will get their chance later in the season to face off against them again. The cross-country districts meet took place on Saturday, and although on paper it looked like a poor result, it was a hard-fought battle. Everyone ran their heart out, but Captain Preston Gruber was running on a sprained ankle and multiple pulled muscles in a courageous result. The team learned that it wasn't about how fast you run, but it's what new knowledge you gain from running. The swim team also had districts over the weekend with some more impressive results. The girls team had many of their swimmers do well and advance to regionals this weekend, and the boys, on the other hand, had Ryan Damel get a first-place result and advance to regionals. Now that's all we have for sports. Jackson, you have some rough news?
Thanks, Robert. Indeed, I do. It's good to be a dog in the Tampa Bay area. The area is continuously named as being one of the best places for dog lovers to live, and this just backs it up. This is file footage of a similar dog water park in Spain. Located in the St. Pete's Grand Central District, Mutts and Martinis will be the first dog water park in the city. As much as this will be a place for our furry friends, it will also a full liquor bar for humans too. I know my dog can't wait for the water park to open. In honor of the dog water park opening, we bring you some clips of dog playing in the water. Have a great day, Spartans.
I've sold my watch and my closet diamond ring. Now you'd have to stop shaking, but I don't think. I know you are mellow, and I've been a good fellow, and I'm no storyteller. You got to root, hug, or die.